So we're hanging this radiator using the lift. It's got to go up there. This is how I did it. I just put a piece of bar in there, welded an eyelet to it, put the chain through it, because you can't lift it from here. It wants to fall over. So we're going to get this together today, hopefully, or this morning before it gets too hot. It's already in 79 in here, and it's getting soupy out there. So I want to get some stuff done. I was up at 5:30. Had some breakfast. Doggy had breakfast. Oh, yeah. Yeah. We'll get this thing in. Safety's sake, I am going to clamp this to the lift, just so it decides it's going to roll. It shouldn't, because it's centered. But safety is key. Like my footwear, you know, that's my shop shoes. Hey, be comfortable, but be safe. Don't put your feet anywhere it don't belong. Or dog. Hey, get out of the way, dog. Come on, Maggie, out of the way. Get out of here. Go, get out of here. Go lay down somewhere else. All right. Hopefully this thing goes up high enough. It might just make it. If not, I gotta hook up on the chain a little. Maggie, get over there. Go lay down. That is it. Oh boy. It looks like it's going to reach. It's going to be close. Now I'm going to have to go up another link with the chain. I hope not. Straight. Oop, I ran over my pig. Oh, well, I got like 50 of them, so. All right. The wheels on top of my pig measure. Oops. Fell off the wheel yesterday. Fell off the tire yesterday. All right, we're clear there. A little more room. Look at that. More than enough room. I can let it down, actually. Okay, to show you what's going on here, so it's very, very, very tight, and to change the belts and pull, you literally got to undo all this. It's a pain. I got to put a piece of rubber in here. A bolt goes up through here into the radiator. These are the ones that were broke off, so I had Barry drill them out for me over at Eric's house up the street. I went and put this on too soon. I'm going to take this off because you have to put this piece of hose in between here. I could shorten this up a little bit, but you got to sneak it on. Yeah, I might be able to sneak that on there, I think, if I shorten this up. It's not like there's only a little bit of room. Hold on a second. That right there. Yeah. A little bit of room when you get this thing in here, between here and here. You got to put a piece of rubber in here. And then this, there's no hose on this. This gets bolted together with a gasket, and this has to be perfectly aligned and sealed. And that's how it works. And yeah, there's no thermostat or nothing, luckily. But yeah, this is how it works. And these things are very tight. There's also a piece of sheet metal I gotta sneak in here. But to take this fan off and change these belts, you literally gotta, you can get them out. Actually, no, you can't. You gotta take the fan off to get this belt out of here. And change this belt, of course. This one most likely anyway. So you have to undo this, push it forward, loosen up all that. You get the point. So yeah, putting it back together, this is the worst part of the tractor. I rather put this together than have to deal with that all the time. But it is what it is. It's part of the job. So let me get this thing, maybe I'll shorten up that hose, get this thing set. I might be able to finagle that in there since it is a new pliable hose. The other one was like a piece of rock. Okay, so I had some old bed mats outside I used to cover my firewood. These are nice and thick. They will fit in there nicely, even if I have to double them up, because I have inner tube. The inner tube's too thin. And bring it down here. Inner tube's too thin. So what they had used looked like was old bias ply tires, which I don't have any of that stuff, and I'm not going to sit and cut that stuff up on the saw. But this got to go down farther yet, and I'll stack that in here because the stuff that was in it was just too far gone. So let me try to fit this thing in here. Yeah, just cut that in half, should be good. I have to pick up on this radiator a little bit. Get this in here. it's got a little bit of, it's a little tight. There's some play, some wiggle room. So, all right, so this ought to be really interesting, but I think if I oil this up, it should slide on there a little easier because it has to go in between here and get clamped. So let me see, I drop my clamps here. Set my clamps, 1 and 2. And I'm gonna spray this down with a little lube. Come on now. Yeah. This is why I didn't bolt it all together yet, just in case I run into an issue. Come on. They had actually an oversized hose on this when I started. Oh, it's 1 5/8, not 1.5 inches. Oh wow. Yeah, this is not. Looks like fun. I'm trying to avoid taking that lower. It's harder to get to the bolt on that outlet than it is to put the hose on. I don't know how they do these in the factory. Ooh, I'll twist it a little bit. There we go. Ooh, rubber bushings fell out, but nothing's bolted in, so we'll get this thing set. Oh, there goes the phone already. Okay, look at that. Ta-da! All I gotta do is set my clamps. I'll bolt this down first, then tighten them. This way it kind of pulls and sets where it needs to be so it ain't stretching it. So yeah, that's the way it goes. Puppy-doo, puppy-doo. Friendly neighborhood puppy-doo. All right, we got the never sees, never gonna seize. Oh wow! All right, now it's gonna give me trouble. I just had this thing threaded in here. There it goes. Just gotta make sure it's started correctly. Last thing I need to have to do is take this back out because I mangled a Healy coil. Mr. Barry would be really mad at me, and I'd be mad at myself. Oh, there it goes. Perfect. Look at that. All right, now the only thing is I gotta finagle that. Yeah, perfect. Finagle this rubber piece in here. I may have to lift the pry up on this a little bit. This will compress once I pull it down, so it'll be good on that. I'll go do the other side. There we are, radiator's on. I got 1.5 gallons of antifreeze in it and I ran out, so I have somebody going out to pick some up. The oil's topped off. I don't see any leaks so far. Well, of course this thing takes a lot of antifreeze. I told him to get 3. I think that'll be enough, and we'll mix it with water. So yeah, the only thing he's gonna do is paint this. In here was black, that was colored, painted black, and we'll put the hood on and give her a once over and take her for a ride. So in a few hours that may be happening. Okay, the high crop's gone. He's happy as a lark. Wait, does anybody ever say that anymore? Where'd that come from? All right, well, anyway, he's happy. And then he brings me this. It's a 1955 Case 500 diesel. Now that there is a 377 cubic inch diesel, 3-cylinder heads. This thing is no joke. No joke. She's the big boys of all big boys back then. There was, they have a gas version of this too. But it's got a charging issue. We put a generator, regulator, did some wiring on it a long time ago. But it got out in the rain the other day. I think there might be water in the regulator possibly, or in windings possibly. I'm gonna go over the thing, make sure it's the only thing wrong is it doesn't charge. So I'll give it the once over, and hopefully it's something simple. We'll see what happens. Hi, Maggie. Let's see if it starts. Remember how to do this now. Let's see, there's a button in neutral. I used to drive this to the town parade. This thing's a beast. I'm gonna roll out. Roll out as a can. These connections don't look that great either, so. Not too crazy. Somebody's cleaned this, so, but I'll get this set up. I get a feeling that's a charge wire, and it does not look very good right there, so we'll see. Okay, we're good. Fixed. We had to repolarize the generator. Taking common jump A and B, and repolarize it.